Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of I Am I. My name is Joshua Ansley, and we're coming up on it, episode 103, almost 2 years of this vlog. So, today I want to talk about making a difference. I may have to pause a few times for people coming by. I'm in the city right now for an audition where I had to be kind of a dork, so I wore my glasses. And so I figured to come into Central Park and do a little vlog from here, so people might be passing by. I want to talk about making a difference. So when I was a lot younger, right, I thought that I definitely wanted to make a difference. I wanted to go out there and save the world and change the world and have it be exactly as I thought it was supposed to be, which I was way fucking off, right? Even this way that I think is good and a better way to be is really actually quite arrogant. It's not understanding that there's a lot of the teachings tell us that the world is exactly how it needs to be. That it's going through cycles, that everybody is on their own cycle, right? And understanding this is really hard for us to accept, especially as like activists. And see, I'm not talking about not being an activist and not going out there and affecting change. That's not what I mean. But there is a difference in understanding and thinking that we know what is best for other people and how they should behave, and that we can't change other people, right? So I remember I went to Self-Realization Fellowship, and Paramahansa Yogananda had a writing on how to change other people. And I was like, ooh, I kind of had a clue as what he was going to say. But I was like, oh, what's this? I definitely want to change other people, right? Because if the rest of the world would do exactly as I wanted them to do, if everybody would just do exactly like I want them to do, if everybody would just be nice, then I wouldn't have to be so hurt and wounded, right? It's just not going to fucking be that way. So I picked up the pamphlet and it said, how to change other people is to change yourself. And that's exactly what I thought. It was like, that is really how we affect the most change. Because when I went out there to try and make a difference in the world, because I had discovered something inside myself and wanted to share it, I realized that I was met with the strongest, vehement, violent response, actually, when I tried to change other people. Because their psyche is not, it's not my job. You know, that's why this work is for people who want it, not for people who need it. The whole fucking world needs it, right? Or that's my opinion, at least. You know, the world doesn't fucking need anything. The world doesn't need me to save them. No one's saving the world, and no one's coming to save you. That doesn't mean people can't help you, and doesn't mean you can't help other people, right? But even Jesus fucking Christ couldn't save the world. It's just not how it works. We have to freaking learn to take care of ourselves, to look inward to see what needs to be fixed with us. And we have no idea the ramifications and the consequences of doing that. When we're around somebody that's done the work, it changes us. Just being around them, you could feel it. You know, when somebody's just got that inner strength and you're around them and just to hear them speak and just to hear them talk or to have something to do with them, it's just, you affect the change just by doing that work on yourself, right? And then you allow these gifts and these talents and these skills and this beautiful space inside of yourself that you don't even know that you have right now. I'm telling you, there is so much, the magnitude of potential that you have, right? That's the only thing that's standing in the way of that is all our own shit. It's not anybody else. And it may have been the way other people treated us. It may have been the way we were raised and blah, 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 blah. But all that is done. Now, we actually, however we were raised, we learned how to operate in the world based on that. So if we want to change something, we have to change the way we are operating in the world. We have to change the way we are relating to the world. And that is our responsibility. And the only way we're going to do that is to go inward. As I always say, all suffering is not caused by the world, but how we relate to it. So there are three constituents of an experience in this life, right? There's the stimulus that comes in, there is who we are, and then there's the way we react. And if you want a better life, we have to change all three constituents, right? So changing people, places, and things. And so that's why I'm not talking about allowing ourselves to be in abusive relationships or something like that and saying that they have no responsibility for their actions. But the idea that people are not going to be assholes and people are going to be exactly the way we want them to be is just not going to happen. Particularly not here in New York City on the East Coast. People are fucking assholes. That's just how it is. That's how they are. And they have every right to be however they want to fucking behave, right? Within the guidelines of whatever is constructed and whatever the law is, they have a right to be that way, right? And they have a right to be an asshole. They have a right to be angry. They have a right to be whatever they want to be. And you now have the duty in yourself and the responsibility to see how you're going to behave and how are you going to take that into the world. Are you going to continue to have a cycle repeating of anger and frustration, responding to how they respond to you, or reacting to how they react to you? right? Are you going to keep that cycle going, or are you going to do the work to see and to step yourself into higher levels so that you can step out into the world, right? That quote that I'm going to totally bastardize, that is, don't ask what the world needs, but what lights your soul on fire, or some shit, because what the world needs is more people with their soul lit on fire. So find out, and what lights your soul on fire is underneath all this conditioning, all the shit, all the anger, all the frustration, all the negativity, all the denser, lower vibrational frequencies that are absolutely fine because they serve their purpose to show you how to lift yourself up into higher vibrational frequencies. And when you do that with love and forgiveness and kindness, right, which is not always having to actually be the nicest person. Kindness, being kind and being nice are two completely different things. It's a very important distinction to make, right? When we learn to set boundaries and realize how to get down deeper into ourselves and let this beauty shine out into the world, let that ignite inside of us and come out into the world, that's how we're going to affect change. To teach people to learn to be strong within themselves, to not let the world whip us around, to not let the world beat us down, to not let our relationships with others beat us down. If you need to get out of a relationship, get the fuck out of a relationship, right? Look at why you're still in it. Look at what's happening with you. Understand deeper levels of yourself. I'm not telling you to get out of a relationship. That's for you to figure out. But you've got to look at all this stuff and you got to slough through it all. I don't know if that's a word, slough. Just work through it all, get down to make a difference from within ourselves, and then we bring that out into the world. And it's fucking miserable. It's not easy. It's a lot easier to just fucking do whatever, to live unconsciously. When we start bringing our awareness to our lives and start seeing it not with a space of shame and that you should be doing this and step up to fucking something. No. Work through the stuff so that we can allow ourselves to bring our light out into the world, and we can make a difference just by being who we are. All right. That's all I have to say. In Lakesh Lakin, I am you, you are me. Namaste. What? Too much?